everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Sly Canadians here, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new video. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day today. Today, we're going to talk about a subject that is going to be about the fleet network. So, one thing before we start about the fleets is that fleet is basically a team, a system. So, basically, it works as a team, just like I said. So everybody in it, if you want to be part of the fleet, you have to contribute to the fleet. Contribute. You have to put effort into it and passion into it. If you're just gonna be there and sit there and not do anything, just be there to enjoy the rewards, it's not it's really not acceptable, really. So I'm gonna talk about the things that I complain about the fleets, complaints about it, and I'm going to talk about because I have created my own fleets. So I'm going to talk about everything that I want this fleet to have. I'm just looking through my what I have noted. Okay, so the first thing that I have noticed actually is when I join fleets. So I have tried to join several fleets, about 10 fleets that I've joined and left. And all of those fleets, I have seen players that are like at the bottom and they're just there. They've been offline the game for several months. They're just there to be there. They're just wasting space for no reason. Or they're just enjoying the rewards that like the free crates that we buy, example, for the whole fleet. So really here there's just people sitting around and wasting space, and that got me noticing that, oh, these people are just there to be there. They're not supposed to be in here. If I was a leader, I would definitely kick them out of the fleet in just a week if they're been offline. So I have noticed that, and I am really not happy about it. So I tried multiple times to contact the commander, or if the commander itself is not online, I would contact the deputy commander, which are basically the commander's assistants. So I have made friends with a lot of commanders, a lot of deputy commanders. They're nice people, but I don't think personally they get the point of a fleet. They don't really get the point of the fleet because the fleet is like a system here, and it goes from the highest rank to the lowest rank. But if you're just gonna be there and not participate, just quit the job. You do not belong here because, sorry but not sorry there. You do not belong here because if you're just gonna be here enjoying the rewards that the high ranks work their butt off to do, you're just gonna sit there and do nothing. And maybe even worse, enjoy the rewards that everybody works for. So really big complaint here, be active. I would really appreciate whatever fleet you're in. It doesn't care if it's a low fleet, if it has no upgrades, or even better if it has no upgrades, because then you have something to work for. But if it's like a fully upgraded fleet, my last fleet that I just left 2 days ago was a fully upgraded fleet. So there was a lot and a lot of advantages. I have been in that fleet for at least a year now, and it is an amazing fleet. It is SBSC, and it's a fully upgraded fleet. Like I said, it's a really nice. I really like this fleet. I enjoyed being part of it. I have made friends with ouch, with the deputy commander because apparently the commander was offline for several years. He made the fleet and he left. Well, he didn't leave it, but he just didn't play the game. Apparently, his country was under a war, so it is understandable. But at the same time, if we're just gonna start a fleet and leave the fleet just like that, and at least give your job to a deputy commander. give your commander to another player so that they can take care of the fleets while you're gone. That would be a good idea, but yeah. So I have realized that these deputy commanders are not really interested in making the fleets a safe space for the other players. So meaning people like me that actually cares about the fleet, um, we are noticing there's a lot of beginners because I have noticed that these guys are adding random players here and there to the fleets, and I'm just not happy about it. And then every time they add someone, I'm looking through their profile, and they're brand new to the game. They're probably they probably don't even know what they're joining. They don't even know what's a fully upgraded fleet, how important it is, and how fortunate you are to be part of it. So, and that really pisses me off because these guys do not understand the value of it. So they just invite random players to enjoy the fleet without any training or anything like that. They're just joining the fleet for no reason. So I came up with this idea of creating my own fleet. I have actually created my own fleet one time. I was kind of a good leader, but at the same time I was not strict enough. I was just I was still really well engaged. Gosh, I'm getting no damage here. I was really well engaged. I was making a lot of friends. I was inviting people. I was making friends with them, having nice conversation. I even made a group chat for PlayStation with all the, I called it my fleet name and added all the players. But sadly, I was the only one that was typing in it. I was the only one that was active at all. These players were not interested in being part of this community. So which really pissed me off to the point where I actually left it. I gave my job to another teammate and I left it. Ever since then, I have never seen a single player with that fleet name. So you can really tell here that none of these players cared about the game at all, unlike me, which do care about the game a lot. So yeah, I was the only one in that fleet making progress. So the fleet was well upgraded, but because of me there. So yeah, it is very, very depressing to see that. So I left it. I left the fleet. I was like, I don't care. I spend doubloons on it, but I do not care. I'm just gonna join a fleet that is fully upgraded. Okay, I wanted a nice healthy fleet. But then I realized it's a fleet with 45 players that is extremely well upgraded. But the problem is here, no one in it are interested of playing. Unlike me, I've made about 60,000 oil in it, and I've been part of it for a year, so I have enjoyed my stay. But at the same time, it really wasn't fun to be part of it and seeing players that are just new to the game just being there for there. I might get saved out here, even Death Strike. But so then I came with this idea. I came with this nice idea of retrying the the me creating a fleet, so being a leader again. But this time I have learned a little bit of discipline over the years. So I know how to train these guys. So I have a few restrictions. The fleet is called Orange. You'll ask me why if you're part of it. It's a long story when I came with this idea. But so I have a few restrictions that are required to be part of this fleet. So I'm not going to make it too strict, but at the same time, as a bit strict when it comes to being active. So, oh wow, that's a good hit. So I am going to, let's just say you're joining my fleet. Okay, so you're joining my fleet. You've been playing 2 weeks. So you've been playing only 2 weeks in this game. I am not going to be mad at you for just putting 2 weeks of experience, but I am going to be mad about the fact that if you're offline for at least a week, that shows to me that you do not care about the game and you're not good enough to be part of my fleet. Now, I said a week because, of course, some players cannot play through the week, so they have school or they have work to do. So on the weekends, that's like their free time, so they can play these nice video games that are addicting sometimes. So yeah, so I said a week because of that, just in case players cannot physically be playing the game in the week, but they can obviously play in the weekend, unless they have plans. Then you would have to text me through this group chat that I will create if I have enough players. And so yeah, so a week after a week, I will start texting you because I will start being a little worried. What's going on here? You've been part of my fleet for a week, or at least you've been offline of my fleet. Sorry, of my fleet for a week. So then I would be at giving you at least a day to come back. And then if you do not come back, I might consider making you quit just because of that. Because I really do not want to stress this enough that I have been dealing with this issue for years now, with players just being there for being there, not earning the rewards. So I am making this fleet with this restriction: be active. That's literally what I noted on my notebook here. Just be active at least one day each week. And that one day, which comes to my next point, um, talk with us. Have, ouch, that's, have have some nice conversations together. Because if you want to be part of my fleet, we need to be friends. Obviously, you're just not going to be a random guy that's going to be in my fleet and not, well, maybe be active, but I don't even know who you are. So we need to at least be friends, talk together. I do not bite. I am definitely here to make friends and have fun in this game. I am decently good at the game, so I we can have some nice conversation about this game. I'm more I know more about this game than veterans, obviously. So we can definitely have conversation about the game. Like we can have some nice conversation. But if you're not interested and you have not this good attitude about it, and you're not interested in talking with me, I'm not going to be extremely mad, but I'm going to be concerned to the fact that you're just in my fleet, you're being active, but you're just not talking with us. You're just not interested. So yeah, so that's my other restrictions. You need to at least, wow. You need to at least know who I am and have nice if you know me from my from this YouTube channel, obviously if you saw this video and like, oh, this guy seems nice and chill. I am chill. I can be a little aggressive when I play actually. But I am really chill. I can be really chill when it comes to making new friends. I am definitely open for any questions. So really here I am not a problem when it comes to being friends with me. But you gotta chat though. So I am going to, which comes to my next point. I'm going to create a group chat on the PlayStation called the Orange. This is it says it we cut the A because obviously it was already taken apparently the nickname fleet. So we just put Orangna or Orn, I don't know, but it means orange. So the fleet name, the group chat name is going to be called Orange with all the members in it. So if you just joined the fleet, I will add you to the group chat. Have a nice welcoming text to you. We'll have a nice little chat before we get into gameplay and test your capabilities. If you are a beginner, I am totally open to teach you how to play the game, but you got to be interested into learning it though. So if you're not interested into having me to teach you or just really play the game overall, obviously you're not welcome in my fleets if you're not welcome to try the game out. So yeah, so if you're a beginner, I will teach you how to play. If you're not a beginner and you're playing for a nice amount of time, I do not mind you being in my fleets. Yep, just a second here. Okay. All right, so that is that. I hope that was understandable. I was playing at the same time, so it's distracting. Um, I think I covered everything I believe about the new fleet. So if you want to be part of it, just either leave a comment down below on this video if you're interested. Um, you do not need to leave your information about yourself down on the comments. That can be obviously done in private if you would like to, or in this new group chat that I will create. So if you're interested, being part of a fleet that is well disciplined, well structured, it's a brand new fleet, so no upgrades on it yet. So just think about that before joining it if you'd like to join an experienced fleet. This is going to be a future experienced fleet. I will never give up in this one. I think this is my final final decision, but I have some new restrictions which probably will make me stay on it. So that's all I had to say. I hope you all have a great day and see you later.